Hi boys, let us continue the subject of friction and lubrication. Here we need to discuss about the lubrication. Lubrication is the admittance of oil between two surfaces having relative motion. So lubrication is the admittance of oil between two surfaces having relative motion. The purpose of the lubrication may be one or more of the following. Here we mention some 5 reasons. The first one, reduce friction and wear between the parts having relative motion. The number 1, reduce the friction and wear between the parts having relative motion. Second thing, cool the surfaces by carrying away heat generated due to friction. The second one, cooling the surface by carrying away heat generated due to friction. The third one is seal a space adjoining the surfaces such as piston rings and cylinder liner. Seal a space adjoining the surfaces such as piston rings and cylinder liner. The fourth one is clean the surfaces by carrying away the carbon and metal particles caused by wear. Clean the surfaces by carrying away the carbon and metal particles caused by wear. The fifth one is to absorb shock between bearings and other parts and consequently reduce noise. To absorb the shock between bearings and other parts and consequently reduces the noise. The mechanism of lubrication, there are mainly 3 types of mechanism by which the lubrication is done. The first type is fluid film or thick film or hydrodynamic lubrication. Fluid film or thick film or hydrodynamic lubrication. The second one is elasto-hydrodynamic lubrication. The third one is the boundary lubrication. In addition, we have hydrostatic lubrication as well as the bearing lubrications. Let us discuss those lubrications one by one. The first one is fluid film or thick film or hydrodynamic lubrication. In the moving or sliding surfaces are separated from each other by a thick film of fluid, so that direct surface to surface contact and welding of junctions rarely occurs. In the moving or sliding surfaces are separated from each other by a thick film of fluid, so that direct surface to surface contact and welding of junctions rarely occurs. The lubricant film covers or fills the irregularities of the sliding or moving surfaces and forms a thick layer in between them, so that there is no direct contact between the material surfaces. This consequently reduces the wear. The resistance to prevent of sliding or moving part is only due to the internal resistance between the particles of the lubricant moving over each other. Therefore, the lubricant chosen should have minimum viscosity. For example, consider a block resisting on a flat surface covered with a layer of lubrication. if the weight of the blank is very high or the oil is thin, the oil will squeeze out. Okay. Similarly, the hydrodynamic lubrication occurs in this way. Let us discuss further about the